Hey everyone, I'm Esther Perez, and if you're new here, then you need to like and subscribe to get more content like this. I post about travel, lifestyle, and now I am going to be doing this wedding series that I think is really overdue. So, I hit the 1 year mark in April, and I thought it'd be really great to talk about destination weddings all over again. With it being 1 year later, I thought it was a great time to do the list of regrets that I have from the destination wedding. Let's jump into some of my regrets. This first regret is something that I think almost every bride has thought about having at their wedding, whether it's destination or it's in your hometown, but a photo booth. I cannot say enough that I regret having a photo booth. It was not used by many of our guests. Like, we had some guests using it like over and over again, but then there were other guests that didn't use it. And when we asked later on, why didn't you check out the photo booth? This is after the wedding. And they mentioned how they thought there was an extra charge to it and they didn't want to use it because they didn't want to charge it up. And I just thought, wow, what a waste. And I thought going into the destination wedding planning, or just wedding planning in general, that the photo booth was going to be something that everyone used. I thought it was a cute party favor for them to walk away with the instant printouts. And then come to find out, I'm not kidding, it was not used at all. I want to say we had a group of 10 people using it. So it was quite a bit of a waste. The expense was something that we could have put towards other things. I think in total, the photo booth was less than $10K, but still a significant amount to have just wasted. So if you're looking into a photo booth, I might steer you in a different direction for when it comes to fun things to do at a wedding to keep guests entertained, other types of party favors, because I think photo booths are maybe a trend that are now out of style and not being used. So that's my first regret there. Another really honest regret is that I really made a schedule throughout the day with very high level things. Getting ready hour, there was a hour for photos with the family, there was a cocktail hour, there was the time that we would be, having our dance, and things like that. It was very high level. What I did not plan for were the things that happened kind of in between those big events. And one big regret I have is that I didn't put in the schedule time to bustle up my dress. And that within itself took, I'm not kidding, 15 to 30 minutes. My dress was, beautiful, very long train. And I was, leaving the photo hour, and our plan was to get into cocktail hour to enjoy some of the festivities that were happening during cocktail hour, because we really didn't want to spend the whole cocktail hour away from everyone. We really wanted to be with everyone. I think we had FOMO the whole day. We were we know we're gonna have a mariachi band, we know there's a photo booth, we knew there was a lot of cool things happening during cocktail hour. So we wanted to get back in time, and we would have gotten in time had I scheduled that time to bustle up the dress into the calendar of events, because then my bridesmaid would have known when to come find me to bustle up my dress after the photo hour. But it just was never communicated with her. I never even thought about it. So if you are watching this and you have a huge train on your dress, please schedule time to bustle up your dress, and make sure the person who's going to bustle it for you knows of the schedule as well, so that they can come find you during that time, and that you waste no time, because every minute literally is so precious on the day of your wedding. It goes by way too fast. My next regret piggybacks off of that, but the cocktail hour that we missed. So a lot of times you plan at a wedding your photo hour to be during cocktail hour, and so you're entertaining your guests. We made our cocktail hour very fun. We had a mariachi there, we had the photo booth, there's bottles on every table, it was open bar, so it was just a really great time. And so we knew we wanted to get back to cocktail hour, but we didn't make it in time. So I would say, if you are a couple like that, where you really want to just be with your guests all day, you kind of just want to really soak it in with them, really schedule your time out very well. Maybe even make your cocktail hour just a little more extended into 15 to 30 minutes past the hour mark, so that you can go back for the cocktail hour and hang out and see all the cool things that you might have planned during that hour. Now this one is, I would say these next two are very specific to destination weddings. And if there's any travel involved, I think people think destination weddings and they think like, oh, you're all going to Cancun or you're all going to Hawaii, Spain. But no, this can be any wedding where people are traveling in for. So maybe you live in Cleveland, Ohio, and you're having your wedding in Columbus, and you have to plan for the destination, you know, from Cleveland to Columbus, and the stay and the hotels, things like that. So I would say if you're having any guests travel and you're planning to hang out like on the next day or do like a next day activity, try to communicate that with your guests, or try to communicate that they should stay maybe one day past the day after the wedding. For our destination wedding, the guests mostly flew in like on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. We had activities Thursday night, we had some on Friday, we had the wedding on Saturday, and then Sunday everyone flew back. And there were some people that stayed around, and I thought that was great, and they flew back on Monday and we got to hang out with them all day on Sunday. And I just think in retrospect, it would have been really great to tell the guests like, hey, maybe try to extend your trip and do like a Thursday to Monday instead, because that next day flying I heard was pretty miserable for the guests. There was people that were very hungover getting on their flight and trying to get to their shuttle. There was some guests that I feel like they could have had maybe a better time, and they had a good time, so I shouldn't say that, but I feel like they could have really like just let more loose and not thought about their schedules had they not booked that travel on that Sunday. So I would say if you're planning any type of like travel, there's people traveling for your wedding, try to extend that date out. Let them know that they should probably stay like until, you know, I would say the 2 days after the event. Leaving the day after the event is just really, really tough for so many different reasons. So yeah, if I could go back, I really would change that. My husband and I have talked about that so much, of that we would just wish we would have extended it past the wedding. A lot of our guests flew in a couple days before the wedding, and I thought that was great, but looking back, we were so busy before the wedding. I would have loved for people to stay after the wedding, and then we could have like even more fun and not worry about like our schedules and things we have to do leading up to the wedding. My last and most honest regret, I cannot stress this enough, but if you are having a destination wedding and you have decided to have a travel agent, please make sure you are reading all of the reviews on the travel agent. Make sure you are doing your research on the travel agent. If you get any type of red flags from this travel agent, find another one. There are so many out there. I think our travel agent really was the worst part of the wedding for us. Like I can't say she ruined the wedding, because we had a great time. Like no one was thinking about how awful she was giving, you know, service to people on the actual day of the wedding. But the amount of like headaches and issues leading up to what was supposed to be like such a great time because of her as a travel agent, I just feel like I need to warn everyone else. So please do your due diligence on your travel agent. This was like the worst part of the whole thing. We still to this day talk about like how awful she was and how she like kind of was a scammer. There was a whole Facebook page made about her and how she scammed people out of a lot of money. Luckily, like no one in our party in particular, but there was literally a Facebook group made about her and how awful she was. And so I do think she did scam us as a couple. After destination weddings, you typically have what they call concessions, and you get money back for the amount of people that go to the resort. And we never got those from her. She went MIA. She's not to be found on her website, LinkedIn. Her email doesn't work. From what I could see, like her travel agency dropped her. It was just a big mess. So definitely find a better travel agent. That is my like number one regret when it comes to destination wedding, or just wedding in general. I could make a whole separate video on if you actually need a travel agent or not, so I'm not gonna get into that right now. But please listen to these regrets, and if you are doing a destination wedding like in Cancun, the Dominican Republic, Spain, and you get a travel agent, please make sure you're looking into them. Find them from somewhere reputable, read the reviews. I really don't want this video to be negative, so I want to go back and frame this as we loved our wedding. Yes, there are a couple regrets now that we're a year later and we can think about them in retrospect, but we are obviously like so happy with how our wedding turned out. We have people that still talk about it to this day. We just were with another couple the other day and they said it was their favorite trip ever. So it was a really great time. There are just, definitely some things I think we would have changed. Could we go back in time? So I'm hoping this helps you all out. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more wedding content. I plan to make a couple more one-year recap videos. So please check out the next ones, and I'll see you next time.